Hi guys, this is going to be a tarot and oracle reading, so please use your discernment to know if it's for you or not. If you would like to book a personal, please go to betweenbothworlds.com. And because this is a collective reading, it's for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so let's see what the messages are for today. I've been seeing a lot of 8's. So that's kind of like, it represents abundance, but it also represents like what goes around comes around. It also represents like recognizing limitations and kind of either like accepting the limitations for what they are or working around them. Okay. Yeah, it's like you can move past them or you can stay with them. So it's kind of like, see how that might be surfacing up for you at this time. I believe like Saturn's in retrograde, so that could be significant. So I'm like, the Strength card is coming up for me. So is like the 8 of Swords, okay? Yeah, first card out is saying like, you know, regarding the 8's, like this is a, you know, how does the recognizing limitations come and play out in your life when it comes to your mindset? Okay. Are you feeling like you're stuck in a situation? Are you feel like that there's no way out? Like, are you thinking that like things are going to turn out a certain way because they've always turned out that way? Are you feeling like and thinking that like, you know, nothing's really settling for me. I'm feeling stuck where I'm at. I'm not sure how to move forward. Okay, so I'm picking up some of that energy. And this could either be your energy or this could be like someone else's energy. So we'll get more information on this. Okay, Ace of Cups. Okay, look at that Ace of Cups. That's beautiful. So I feel like, you know, like this is you loving yourself. This is divine love. I feel like there is some sort of cultivation that's happening at this moment. So maybe you're not seeing everything clearly. Maybe there's something that's been like unseen or been like right in front of you, but you have to like, you know, go into the ocean and pull out this oyster and open the oyster and clean out the muck. And then boom, there's this beautiful like pearl, right? So sometimes we go through things, right? And sometimes it's turbulent, right? It's like being on a plane, but you end up in the destination that you wanted to end up in. It might've been a bumpy ride, but you still got there. And, you know, I feel like this is kind of like you arriving to this realization that you're this beautiful, like hidden pearl all along. Maybe you just didn't see it. Maybe it's been difficult to get to. Maybe it's been difficult to uncover or find within yourself. So I feel like this is some shadow work energy. Very significant. Like we have the cups and the swords. So I feel like it's about like the heart and mind and how they can play off one another and how one can affect the other. Okay. So let's see. What else do you want to talk about? Yes. Wow. Okay. Okay. 5 of Cups. There is some sort of like sadness, some sort of like doing some self-reflection, maybe looking back at how things have played out in the past. This could you kind of maybe in an energy of like not feeling 100%. Maybe some things are, you know, coming up for you at this time for you to release. Maybe there are things that you're focusing on that aren't for the highest and greatest good, and maybe there's some other things you should be focusing on instead. I'm also getting you know, this is some sort of like emotional drainage too. Like there's some sort of like, I made this investment, it didn't work out, or I made this investment, didn't work out. And I feel like there's a reason why those things didn't work out. And I feel like it required some sort of like inner work, a mindset shift. Okay. I feel like that might be something you might be helping others with, or maybe this is something that's related to like your projects or work. I feel like there is something that you're doing that is meant to help other people, or you're meant to work with other people in some way, shape, or form. This could be in relation to commitments as well, some sort of contracts. I feel like there is a lot of opportunity here. I feel like this is something that has the potential to grow. I feel like you're realizing that like there might have been a lot of limitations in the past, and I feel like now you see them for what they are. You may have used those limitations to kind of like focus on yourself, self-love, regardless of kind of like what went right, what didn't go right. And then I feel like you're using this as a way to kind of like work with others, help others. There's some sort of like collaboration project, work type thing that is happening here. And I'm getting a lot of like, it's a mindset shift, okay? I feel like there's a lot of mindset shift going on. And then I have a Knight of Cups, okay? So I feel like this is energy that, you know, you may have dealt with people who are always running a game of some kind. Like there's always some sort of like intention that may not have been pure. And I feel like, you know, you're not willing to accept that as your reality. So I feel like there was some sort of calling for you to kind of like shift your mindset and to realize that like some things are worth letting go of because there's something that is better aligned. Okay, so let's get some more information regarding this Knight of Cups. I feel like there could be some sort of love offer coming in, or this is some sort of like emotional message, or someone is feeling like they're in their emotions. I do feel like somebody, did you see that flip? I do feel like there is Queen of Cups energy here. I have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like someone has their eye on you. All right, someone is watching you. I feel like there's a lot of other cups at play maybe in their life, and they're trying to see like what cup is the best cup. So I feel like you might be in the limelight in some way, shape, or form. I feel like you've caught somebody's eye. Or this could be the person that you may have had some sort of emotional limitations with in the past, okay? I feel like this energy might have wanted to keep you kind of stuck and stagnant as well. There could be some sort of mental instability here as well. I am getting that maybe someone made a choice and they're regretting the choice, okay, is what I'm getting. I don't feel like what was initially intended panned out, okay? And there was some sort of like agreement, okay? I feel like maybe somebody wants to come back and try to work on things. Like maybe someone wants to work this out, okay? So there could be something coming your way. And then I have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this is really, it's 808. Knight of Swords. So this is like that impulsive energy. It's like this, you know, wanting to take action, wanting to communicate. I feel like somebody is in their feels and wanting to communicate with you. These are both knights, okay? So let's see. Doesn't fit, don't make it fit, okay? Three of Cups. Yeah, I feel like somebody, I feel like there's some sort of gossip going on. There's some sort of talk. There's some sort of like third party as well. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like partying potentially going on here with the Three of Cups and the Page of Cups, all right? I feel like maybe somebody listened and cared more about what the friend group had to say, or their family or their coworkers. I feel like they did a lot of drinking, they did a lot of partying, and I feel like it swayed them to make a decision in the wrong direction. And as a result, like they entered some sort of contract or commitment. I feel like they worked with others to kind of run a game, okay? There's some sort of game playing going on here. And I feel like you were undeserving of all of this, okay? I feel like this was kind of like they ganged up on you, okay, without your awareness maybe in the beginning. I feel like you were minding your own business, doing your own thing. And I feel like you have this beautiful gift about you. Like you are that Ace of Cups, okay? I'm getting that like maybe there was some sort of envy, jealousy that was happening here. And I'm also getting like the Eight of Swords, and the number 8 is still significant in the sense that like there's some sort of recognition of limitations. And I feel like maybe this group here, maybe there's a Queen of Cups that was pretending to be in the upright, but really wasn't. But for the sake of this reading, she's in the upright. I feel like you may be someone who reflects back to other people, like that mirror energy, okay? Their self-limiting beliefs. And as a result, it triggers people. And because it triggers other people, they take action. And the action that they might have taken against you was manipulation, emotional manipulation, some sort of retaliation, some sort of like gameplay, some sort of like, oh, we'll show her. So I feel like, and again, like they all plotted and planned. I feel like this was like premeditated. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. You might get information about this soon, or this is coming to light. So I feel like that's the energy I'm picking up here. Okay. All right. I feel like there's been a lot of boozing. Okay. I feel like this is a heavy, like, partier type group. I'm also getting there's a lot of jealousy and envy that probably came to the surface as a result of you being a mirror to people. It's almost like you show people the things that they need to work on within themselves. So it's kind of like them realizing that they have limitations. Okay, again, the number 8. And as a result, they retaliate. Yeah, look, here's the retaliation. 5 of Swords. All right, so they slander, they lie, they deceive, they betray. This is kind of like, you know, preparing to, like, you know, fire some shots here, okay? Instead of them reflecting and doing the inner work and managing their own thoughts about themselves, they projected on other people, okay? So this was like a projection, all right, that you had to deal with. It's almost like that you were, you know, you're affected by other people's insecurities, all right? Because they retaliated against you for you just being in your happy-go-lucky, you know, light worker energy. I feel like there was some sort of blowback here. Yeah, it had to do with some sort of family dynamic. Oops. Yeah, I feel like you have left this entire group behind as the Queen of Swords. I feel like you had to leave the whole situation behind and cut these people's energy out. I'm also getting you are someone who speaks the truth. You're somebody who's very authentic. And maybe that's just it. Like maybe you're not meant to like be in the crowd. Like you're not like meant to be like everybody else. You kind of stand out on your own. Like the Queen of Swords, like gives 0 fucks, okay? Heavy air sign energy here. I'm also getting a lot of water sign energy because we pretty much have cups and swords on this table at the moment and just 1 card of pentacles, okay? I feel like there could have been some sort of envy also about like your physical reality. Like maybe you're someone who's fairly secure on their own and maybe they're codependent, or someone was kind of, I'm picking up like some codependency here, whether that is in relationships or on substances. Here, 8 of Pentacles, again, another 8. I feel like you cut this energy out and you focused on what you were called to focus on. I feel like you created something out of nothing. And as a result, like you've stayed devoted, you've stayed committed, you recognized your limitations and you started to work on them and build from them. And I feel like, you know, you're at the position of 8, which is like self-mastery, mastering a skill, okay? So instead of focusing on everybody else, you focused on you and you got to work. Unlike this group, they just continued to fester in this energy that was very toxic, okay? Yeah, I feel like you're the leader of the pack, honey. You're not meant to sit back and you know, play it small. Like you're meant to be a leader in whatever that is. Like you're in your spiritual power and authority. You're very magnetic and you're heavily protected by the divine. I feel like the truth about you is being shown to the world, okay? I feel like whatever they said or did, whatever lies they told, it was about themselves, okay? They projected that energy about themselves, their own insecurity and jealousy out on you. And you know what happens when you do that? Number 8, right? It comes right back, okay? It's like you receive what you put out. I feel like that's what's happening here. There's some sort of like you get what you put out energy, Okay, you reap what you sow. This is like heavy protection, spiritual protection. This is maybe you are emerging as a leader, as somebody who actually, you know, does have this strong connection with the spirit realm. And the fact that you are, you know, you're heavily supported, you're heavily guided, like you have a pack, okay? And maybe some people don't see the pack in your physical reality, but just know, like, spirit realm, they've got your back. They've got your back, okay? Yeah. I feel like you're on the quest, you're doing the darn thing, like you're on this spiritual journey, and I feel like you're heavily supported while doing so, okay? What else is going on here? What else is going on here? Huh. Ace of Swords. So I feel like there's exposure happening, there's truth happening about you. So whoever may have lied on your name, I feel like whatever story they spun, whatever narrative, like you're writing your own story. Like you're telling the true narrative, okay? I feel like your character speaks for itself with this Queen of Swords, okay? I feel like that's also being exposed, is also like how much faith you have, your strong connection, your ability to speak the truth before it's known. Almost like how does that person know this? All right, like how do they know any of this? Is anyone talking to this person? It's almost like the group thinks there's like a mole telling this person like the deets, and I feel like no, this person is a spiritual badass. Because that's like the Queen of Wands. Like the Queen of Wands is like, takes on challenges like a boss and makes things work out for her. She's magical, she's spiritual, she's, you know, passionate, she's motivated, she's creating her best life, okay? So yeah, like embarking on a journey that like not everybody has the courage to go on. I'm also seeing that. Yeah, and then we have Temperance. All right, this is again like being able to transmute energy, being able to operate in the shadow and the light and still remain neutral, objective, and reach a higher perspective, okay? Can see things and connect with things that most people have no understanding of. All right, this is also Earth Angel energy. Okay, so again, like whatever storms this energy goes through, they come out better on the other side. It almost makes them stronger, okay? So I feel like there might have been a lot of energy sent this way towards this Queen of Wands here that they were able to transmute and use to their own advantage. So I feel like there's alchemy playing out here. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like there is some sort of legacy here. There is some sort of like establishment of success and victory, as well as abundance and some sort of favor. All right, so I feel like, you know, this is using energy, right, and creating something beautiful with it, and creating it for the long term, like the long haul. Okay, not just playing it small, but playing the long game. Okay, I feel like there is some sort of like generational blessing, some sort of destiny that this energy, this Queen of Wands that I'm picking up, and this Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, they're like the same energy. Okay, these are like skill sets learned, okay, along the path and journey of your ascension. And I feel like, you know, these are all things that have been gained, okay? And I feel like whatever has been gained is being shared. And because of its experience, it's going to affect, in a positive light, mind you, future generations, okay? The way people live, the way people conduct themselves, the way people see their experiences here from this point going forward, and maybe even backwards, okay? So I feel like there's some sort of generational line here that is benefiting from all of this. So it's almost like when you heal the past and the future is kind of what I'm getting at. It's almost like understanding how to win at the game. And at the 10 of Pentacles, like there's the 8 here. So this is again, like all the hard work you're putting in is paying off and it's guaranteed, okay? Regardless of what like the chickens have to say about it. I don't know why I said chickens, but I feel like there's chickens. Like just squawking, like, cause there's nothing else going on, right? And then they just squawk, right? Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of like destined outcome here that they thought they could interfere with. But here's the thing, like there is some serious support behind this person that maybe was unknown. And because it was unknown, there might be a bit of like, oh shit, okay, maybe we shouldn't have done that. All right, yeah, I feel like this energy and whatever was taken against you, if this is who I'm picking up on, this is sounding like your experience, you know, there was some sort of surrendering of this. And some sort of like, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, Jesus, take the wheel. I feel like you do go within, okay? You are someone who meditates, connects with the higher energies, and, you know, understands that all things happen for a reason, and that again, like paying attention to the fact that like there is this long game that's playing out here. I'm also getting like there's some sort of perspective that's shifted, okay? I feel like where somebody might have felt like they were stuck, stagnant, and didn't know how to get themselves out of a tricky situation, I feel like they went through it anyway and realized that they can literally get themselves out of anything. And they learned all kinds of things along the way. So I feel like there was some sort of like expertise gained here. Some sort of like awakening energy, ascension energy, okay? Yeah, I do see a crab on this Hanged Man by the beach. So I feel like there could be some like protecting emotions here. Like not everybody has access to your emotions. And when they do feel like they're a bit rough, that you go within for that guidance to find balance and harmony. And I feel like you have the tools that you need to bring things into balance now for yourself. I do feel like with the Moon card, I feel like this is a strong connection to spirit. You must be someone who has a lot of strong spiritual gifts. You're being called to use them because these help you along your path, okay? Like there is some sort of intention here to kind of create some sort of confusion, and it's fear-based. And I feel like you go within to get the guidance on whether or how to move a certain kind of way. I feel like with the Moon card, this is like you have a very strong intuition, okay? And I feel like you use this intuition to guide you, okay? Okay. You might be kind of like someone who does things by themselves, like you're not someone who's around a lot of people and you're not meant to be. I feel like you require a lot of time by yourself. I know the Hermit's not here, but that's what I'm picking up with the Hanged Man and the Moon. I feel like things are being illuminated. I'm also getting like you had to deal with someone that was like behind the scenes, like being a puppet master. All right, I have the High Priestess in reverse and I have the Moon card. So I feel like you had to deal with a lot of spiritual attacks, a lot of manipulation. I feel like these chickens, I say that just to have some humor. You had to deal with a lot of energy sent your way, but I feel like you used, and again, like they were playing a game with you, okay, from the get-go. It was like, this was planned out. I feel like this High Priestess may have, you know, stolen something from you that might have been something that was aligned for you, but as a result of it is no longer aligned for you. I feel like you moved forward regardless and you surrendered this, okay? They may have even tried to like swap destinies with you. So, you know, that's for a small few of you, not everybody. But I would say like this energy's done a lot behind the scenes, okay? That's what I'm getting. And I feel like this person pretends to be like, you know, all spiritual and like, you know, in tune and happy, maybe even like a churchgoer, like someone very religious and looks wonderful on the outside. But I would say that really the reality of this person behind closed doors is that they abuse their power, they abuse their abilities, they are not connected to the divine at all. In fact, they break spiritual law, universal law at that, and I'm getting that there's a lot of dark arts playing out here. Okay, so again, I feel like there's some sort of game playing, there's some sort of like facade, illusion, you know, because when I look at this Knight of Cups, I feel like there's a masculine and feminine energy, you know, pretending that like they've got it all figured out, but they don't know like exactly what they're trying to figure out here. They may have been able to try to do this with other people, but maybe they came across you and tried to play you and it backfired in their face, okay? Because you're so divinely protected, as well as you're an earth angel here on a mission, and the divine don't play about you, okay? And again, like the reason why you learned all these things, okay? Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, okay? Even like you're the real Queen of Cups, okay? You don't need to pretend, okay? You're all the queens in one, okay? You don't need to play games with people, okay? You're the real deal, okay? The Empress is the real deal. And I feel like that is what people reacted to, okay? Or they didn't see it, okay? Maybe they had their own limitations that got in the way of this, but you're the real deal. And for some reason, it triggered this group, okay, to come after you and retaliate. So what happens after this? What's the advice here regarding this High Priestess in reverse and all this 8's energy? Oh, it's already 27 minutes. What else do you want to share about this? Okay. Ooh. I feel like there was a lot of things done in the dark, okay? But it was unsuccessful because you have some sort of like, you don't care what they say or think, first and foremost. So nothing they do can really affect you. And you're too spiritually strong for them to even have any effect on you, okay? So they can play their silly games all they want, is kind of what I'm getting. I do have Leo energy here, so maybe this High Priestess in reverse is a fire sign, maybe even a Leo. Yeah, and then I have a Magician here. All right, so this is like manifesting your own reality, okay? I feel like you can literally create anything, all right? And I feel like this energy underestimated that about you. There was some major underestimating here. I feel like you're extremely connected, okay? You have all the tools at your disposal, and you're creating your own reality. I feel like you're focused on this. This is a female magician in this deck, which I think is awesome. Usually the magician is a masculine, at least in the traditional decks. So not that it's role specific, it's not, it's energy, but I do like the fact that like there's so many butterflies. So it really talks about like being able to transform into whatever you need, whenever you need it kind of thing. Like poof, it's like abracadabra energy. I feel like you are heavily protected, all right? I do find that there's like somebody here that just is very high vibrational, has this high connection, and they watch out for you, okay? That's at the bottom of the deck. And they're like, they have like a hawk or an eagle, they have like a bow and arrow. They're seeing things, they're seeing everything played out, all right? And so I feel like this might be a guide or some sort of protector for you. So I'm getting like there's a High Priestess in the reverse, okay? And then there's a Magician. So I feel like these two have like maybe had to go against each other. What is this? Can I take all these? I'm gonna put them back, okay? What else do you want to say about this magician? Maybe they thought at face value you were an easy target, and they didn't think that you had the connection that you had. And so they went about playing their games, okay, doing what they normally do in the dark, okay? You know, again, their shenanigans and being two-faced, okay? Because this person is very, very, very two-faced, all right? But then they eventually figured out like what they were sending your way wasn't working, and they weren't sure why. They may have even paid this high priestess in reverse, okay? So take it how I resonate, but I'm getting like they're like, why isn't anything we're sending to her, him, affecting them? It's almost like they were standing back and watching to see what they paid for, what they invested in, and if any of it worked, because they weren't seeing anything in the physical realm to show that what they were doing was affecting you at all, okay? There's that. And so I feel like they learned eventually who you are, and they found out that you are the magician in some way, shape, or form, okay? And the magician is the alchemist, okay? So the master alchemist, okay? So again, the teacher becomes the master. So they didn't realize that they were dealing with somebody who could use all the energy they're sending and use it for their own benefit. They did not factor that into the equation, okay? I feel like this magician used this energy that was sent their way to transform, to transmute, and to create their dreams. And they did not see that coming at all. Right? The Tower. Yeah. I feel like they wanted to create some sort of like restriction. I'm also getting like there might have been energy sent to kind of like keep you stuck on somebody from your past because they're still holding on to your energy. But I feel like they don't have access to you anymore. And everything that they've done, paid for, invested energy in is going to blow back. And it's going to blow back hard, okay, with the Tower. Everything in their physical reality is about to combust, okay, with the Four of Pentacles. Because, like, this is about stability, security, a strong foundation, right? And then also, like, there's some sort of holding back information, holding back from things. I feel like there's a lot of holding back of truth. I feel like there's a lot of manipulation of truth. And as a result of all the things done, there's going to be some sort of accountability with the Tower here. So let's get some more information on that. Yeah, Three of Swords. All right, so I'm getting like this is now their experience with the Tower. I feel like there is going to be this feeling of betrayal, deceit, loss, heartbreak, okay? So they very much could like lose a home, lose a job, lose a partner, lose the person that they thought that they won a prize with, but this person is like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, all right? Again, like they are now receiving all the energy they sent your way. So if they sent a bunch of black magic your way, that's now affecting them, okay? And maybe the friend group, the chickens, all right? Now I know why I called them chickens, because they have no courage. They have no integrity. They have no morals or ethics. That's why I called them chickens. I knew there was a reason I called them chickens. All right. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of pain and suffering here. But I feel like, you know, a lot of times towers happen in our life so that like we can do that self-reflection and we can do that soul searching. And because of our experience, we are prompted to kind of do different and be different. Okay. I feel like that's the prompt here, is that there's limitations here. And, you know, they took it out on the wrong person and they took it too far is what I'm getting. And now it's their turn to see and take a look in the mirror, okay, and see truly what they avoided the whole time, what they reacted to the whole time, okay? So if they try to keep you stuck, stagnant from, you know, being in your most authentic self, then I feel like they're going to understand that perspective. They're going to understand how you felt. They're going to understand the things that you had to heal from. They're going to understand the challenges you had to overcome, okay? So that they gain that same perspective you did. So it's kind of like, again, like, it's like a merciful way of them going through the process of self-love and self-worth, as well as like an ego death, okay? Yeah, and then I just got death. All right, it's up to them. It's up to them and God. I feel like you do not have any effect on how this plays out. Like, it's out of your hands is kind of what I'm getting. Like, you surrendered this to the divine. So I feel like this is it's in God's hands is what I'm getting. A lot of horses, a lot of animal energy. I'm getting that, like, you know, you deserve loyalty and you're not settling anything less than that. And I feel like this is, you know, again, sometimes we have to start over, okay? Sometimes things need to end because they were built on false foundations from the beginning. So if you won somebody from deceiving, betraying, and creating pain and suffering for another person so that you can gain something, then that's how you lose them. That's how you experience things, is that loss. It's kind of like hit them where it hurts energy. Yeah, whatever relationship, whatever abundance they received from your pain and suffering will be returned to you, and they will experience that for themselves. They will experience the loss and endings of that themselves, is what I'm getting here. And the wheel of karma turns around, okay? I feel like they will experience the lessons that this whole thing will bring. And again, I'm getting that, like, karma is playing out at this time, okay? Is also what I'm picking up. This is someone who, one of the energies involved here was somebody who you were meant to have a soulmate relationship with, or was a soulmate to you. And they will repeat the karmic wheel, whereas you are free and clear. So there's that. And this energy, this high priestess in reverse, and this queen of cups, this two-faced chicken here, they will all, like, I feel like this person is their karma, okay? They will repeat lessons with each other in this lifetime or the next. It may actually affect their generational line, okay? So if they had a child together, then again, like, the law of cause and effect is playing out. There is some sort of blessing here. You are the blessing, okay? Something is being cultivated that's new. There's some sort of gift coming in, okay? All right, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like somebody is going to lose everything because they were so focused on greed, money, materialism. I feel like somebody is going to lose out and be left out in the cold, abandoned, rejected, while you are blessed, okay? Because here's what the thing is. These two are the opposites. This is duality, polarity. So it's like they wished this on you. They wished you to be out in the cold, deserted, not able to provide for your family if you are a single parent. They wanted you to feel abandonment, okay? Because that's how they are. And they wanted to take as much as they possibly could from you, from others, for their own personal gain. And that, again, is where they're going to be hit, is in the finances. So it's like they will continue to have karma play out, and you will continue to be blessed. Okay. I feel like there's an energy here that just doesn't care about anyone or anything except for themselves. I'm getting this very much could be the feminine energy here. I'm getting like, I'm getting a bit of Jezebel energy. Someone who's very like infatuated with themselves. I feel like they're very focused on all the pretty things around them, like very materialistic, very like, you know, they don't care about anyone else losing or having difficulty. As long as they're doing well, that's all that all that matters. Okay. I feel like this energy here, this Jezebel, she entertains many options, and maybe that's where this third party interference is coming in. With this masculine who might be holding on to the relationship but truly knows it's over. She's entertaining other people behind his back. Flip the roles if you think that there is a player, masculine or feminine, that I'm talking about, that keeps their options open. I feel like somebody abandoned their own family for an energy that will do the same to them. But they pretended to be somebody who is sweet, kind, caring, and loving, and come to find out they are just like them. Okay, so I feel like that is also the karma, is that someone got into a contract with someone just like them. Yeah, I feel like there is some planning going on. What's this plan? Yeah, I feel like somebody is planning to say that they've done some work on themselves, that they're trying to, it's like the healing energy, like saying that they've worked on some healing, or they are healed, or they're focused on, they plan to go to therapy is what I'm getting. I feel like there's an energy that's been abandoned, and now they're like, oh, I plan to go and get some help. Okay, maybe with their addictions, maybe with their codependency, maybe with their depression, anxiety, whatever that is. I feel like there's a plan forming by this person, this energy, who feels left out now. It wants to change direction because they see now that you were the blessing the whole time. Okay, because once they left your energy and they went towards somebody else, I feel like the illusion, the facade, it fell apart. And now there's this like realization, like, holy shit, like, what did I give up? Yeah, and now I feel stuck, and now I need their help. How can I convince them that I need them and that they can help me? We have 9 of Swords. Yeah, this person is haunted by the decisions that they've made, okay? They are really having a difficult time because of all the things that they've done to you, all the attacks, all the lies, all the deceit, all the betrayal. Like, they're having such a hard time looking at themselves that they're distraught, they're anxious, they're nervous, they're afraid, because now they realize that, like, holy shit, like, what did I do? And I feel like they're a bit afraid of being accountable for what they've done as well. And so it's almost like they're trying to come up with a plan to save their ass. How can I get myself out of this mess I just heard? Okay, 6 of Pentacles. You put out and you receive back, all right? Again, I don't know if you can see it in this card, but there's that infinity symbol, even though it's a number 6. But I feel like somebody is now, again, like realizing the illusion that they thought that this person might have been like, oh, you know, I can have a beautiful family with this person. No, this person is for the streets, just like you're for the streets. So there's no happiness, there's no love here. I feel like this person is realizing that you know that they gave to multiple people behind your back. You know the truth about them, okay? So there's nothing that they can lie about or fake. You know the truth. You're speaking the truth. They can't lie to you. You see them for who they truly are. Okay? And so they can't come back around now. So now they're almost like stuck with this energy, or they're stuck by themselves. Okay? And they certainly don't want you to move on to somebody else. So they're trying to scheme and come up with a plan. Right? Because they realize that they juggled their soulmate with other people, and now they're being juggled. What goes around comes around. That's universal law. I feel like they didn't believe in any of these laws. They didn't believe in God, and they didn't believe in karma. And I feel like they will be a believer very soon, if not already. God will make a believer out of you. Yes. Look at this. The Emperor and the King of Swords. God will make you a believer out of this. All right? Like, you have somebody coming in that this energy has your back. This energy looks out for you. This energy protects you. This is a strong divine masculine energy, someone who is wise, someone who has high counsel and high authority, someone who has been through it themselves. Okay, they have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and they have a strong connection with God. I'm getting like this is your kingdom spouse coming in, okay, because that is what you deserve. Okay, so the Empress is meeting up with the Emperor. All right, this is someone who's a leader. This is someone who does understand universal law. This is someone who is here to make a difference on earth with their incarnation and is not playing around with chickens. Okay? This is someone who isn't for everybody, right? Like their value and worth is high. Okay? Yeah, and this is your soulmate that's coming in. This kingdom spouse. This equal reciprocity, loving, caring, sweet, high vibrational commitment, relationship, marriage coming in for you. Okay? And that is what you deserve, especially, you know, going through all of this and being able to evolve, learn, expand, grow, develop, and still maintain your integrity and not retaliate and do anything to harm anyone. Like you held yourself in high regard the whole time. And as a result, this is coming in fast for you. Okay? The two of you have a mission together. You're meant to meet up in this lifetime. This is a soul contract that's coming in. Okay? And it's destined. Okay? You might be like pondering and making wishes at the stars at this moment, but just know that this is coming in for you if this reading aligned for you. Okay? 7 of Cups. Again, like making sure that we don't get distracted. Okay? There are many different ways to do something. And when it comes time, you will know what decision to make. Okay? You have many options. So I feel like this is like saying, okay, well, let's narrow down the list. of things that you want to experience in this next chapter of your life. Maybe there's a lot of things like you're batting around. I'm getting that like you will need to make a decision on which direction to take, and you will have the guidance needed to make that decision. Okay, with the Two of Swords. Okay, there's a King of Cups and a Seven of Swords. Water sign energy. I feel like this energy is still lurking. They watch your socials. They may even watch your house, or they're thinking about it, plotting, planning. This could be a masculine energy, or it could be a feminine and masculine energy. Again, the High Priestess in reverse would be a feminine masculine, as well as a masculine feminine. Okay, so take it how it might resonate. But what I'm getting is that this is this energy that is still trying to win at all costs and is still missing the point. They're missing the lesson. They're still trying to figure out a way to benefit somehow in this scenario. And I feel like they are really like in the feels at this moment. All right. Yeah, I feel like this is really talking about being in touch with your higher self, the Hierophant. This is you understanding that there is a spiritual lesson playing out here. And in some way, shape, or form, you're teaching all of these people a spiritual lesson, okay? And it's a difficult one. And it's a very important one. It's one that is going to change lives forever. All right, so sometimes we have to come back to like ground zero and start fresh and build ourselves back up again. I feel like there's a bit of that happening. I feel like if someone is still in this energy, they could be manipulated by like dark forces. There could be some sort of attachments here. They could use some like energy cleansing, protection. I feel like they could be manipulated by that energy and not truly realize it. Especially if they're dealing with someone who is, you know, doing rituals and spell work and stuff like that. And it's returning back to sender. Okay, that's why I'm saying that. All right, so there's still some sort of caution out here regarding this past energy. They may try to come back into your energy, but just know that like there's a calculated plan that's being kind of thought about. They may try to use emotion to manipulate, but I feel like you have the support of the divine. You don't need to worry. Yep. They also understand that you are the loyal one. And now, since they've been treated disloyally by whoever they thought was better than you, now they're regretting that because they wish they had someone loyal, right? It's almost like, shit, I don't really like dating myself. Again, like looking in the mirror and realizing, okay, like, you know, this is you looking in the mirror and realizing, shit, like I do have something to do with all of this. Like I am accountable. I am responsible. All right. And I feel like they did not want to look in the mirror. They ran from it. All right. I think maybe because that's the Seven of Swords to the 8. I feel like they fell in their own trap. Okay. Whatever deceit and games they played, they fell in their own trap. All right. That they set for you, by the way. The Star card. Okay. You are a healer. You have a calling on your life here, a higher calling. All right. They want you to continue to pour into your own cup, continue to nourish yourself spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally. Okay. All the things. They want you to focus on why you're here and not what's going on with this energy. All right. So if you're feeling like you're a bit like, woo, like say you're driving down the street and you get a text message, you go and look at it, and the next thing you know, you're like, you just swerved into the other lane. Like they want you to focus on your lane. Pay attention to your lane. Stay in your own lane. All right. That you may be called to do some energy work yourself. Okay. There could be some need to learn, continue to grow, continue to focus on your spiritual practices and what you're called to do here, because you were on your path. Okay, whoever's watching this, that this is resonating for, and who this reading is for. You are on your spiritual path, okay? I feel like this is you appreciating all that is and will be. This is you being also knowing that you are stable and secure, and you will always have what you need when you need it. You are provided for by the divine. And you are meant to create something elsewhere. I feel like a lot of your creativity comes from connecting with spirit, okay? I'm also getting the 9 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. So here's your energy, and here's the past energy, okay? I'm also getting this can represent you. At one point, you felt like you were wounded. You felt like you were blocked. You felt like you didn't know how to bring forward your dreams, what you're being called to stand up for. I feel like that will be coming, okay? I'm also getting like the past energies, they're blocked from having access to your timeline, okay? It's like you're living in one world, one existence, and they're living in another, because they're on the wheel of karma and you're off of it. So I feel like they may have a window into your world. They may be able to lurk, but they can't participate. Okay, so it's almost like that phrase, they can have, I don't know, like they can have a seat at, they can't have a seat at your table or something. I don't know, something about a table. Yeah, I feel like they are going to be restricted, and they are going to be dealing with chaos, conflict, competition, and just the drama, okay? I feel like they're realizing that they are surrounded by chaos and conflict and people playing games and not caring. And this is like, again, like the 3D reality. I feel like they created all of this for themselves, okay? Yeah, I feel like you're experiencing the 10 of Cups, all right? I feel like they played games with their family, okay, and lost the family, okay? I feel like there's this realization that they did this to themselves now, or at least that is going to be something the divine is going to work on them with. Like, what are the things that you took action on that put you in this position, okay? Because at some point you have to look back at you, all right? When you're pointing fingers, many of them are pointing back at you. And I feel like there's some of that, like, and the people you surround yourself with, right? I feel like there's that. Like, you surround yourself with people who are insecure and have envy, jealousy, and want to create karma and drama and chaos for other people who are trying to be happy. And, you know, you end up being like those you surround yourself with. I feel like she could be now isolated from this group. Maybe this group is now at odds with one another as this all is unfolding. I feel like there is some distance, okay? I'm also getting there might be even some separation from family. I feel like you are meant to create heaven on earth, and this is something that you might be calling into your reality with this Emperor energy. I feel like this energy also like builds a wall around them because they feel safer there. And so maybe there's some reflection on why they feel like they have to hold up this wall and they can't be their most authentic self. I feel like there's a lot of like wearing a false mask, right? Almost like if you truly knew who I was, you wouldn't like me. So I'm going to pretend to be like everybody else. I'm going to continue to play the game because if you found out what I was really like, you know, you might not like me. Okay. And then this could also be like, nothing I do ever works out. I feel like this is something this person says, but then again, like you're taking action, you're like sabotaging yourself. I feel like there is a lot of pain. There is a lot of affliction. There is a lot of suffering here, but at their own hand. Okay. And at the hand that they surround themselves with. So again, like there's responsibility here. There's accountability that needs to be taken here. I feel like you did that. You took accountability for what you were meant to take accountability for, and you're leaving the rest because it doesn't belong with you. And I don't feel like any of this energy has been accountable or apologized specifically about all the things that they did to you, okay? I feel like there's been none of that as well. Yeah. And then we have a passionate new beginning happening. So I feel like that's what your experience is going to be. Like, this is creating heaven on earth, okay? And being surrounded by people who love you, care for you, and want nothing but the best for you. I feel like you've left the energy of being in competition with other people, because if they don't have happiness, they're certainly not going to want it for you. And I feel like you cut and removed yourself away from all that type of energy. And now to surround yourself, your circle might be small, but you surround yourself with those who know what love is, okay? Because love wins, baby. And this is justice, okay? This is justice playing out. This is fairness playing out, okay? Again, affinity symbol again. Okay, 8 of Cups. This was the best decision you ever made, was to walk away from this person, the people they surround themselves with, maybe some friend groups, maybe a job, maybe some coworkers even. I feel like the 8 of Cups is like I feel like Spirit, your guides, your ancestors showed you in a difficult way, mind you, the limitations that you had and the limitations that you were surrounded by. And you had to make a judgment call. You had to make a decision. And the decision you made was to leave it all behind because you know that you deserve better. And because you went on that quest to find balance, okay, in your own life, harmony, I feel like it was the best thing you ever did for yourself, was to walk away from whatever dynamic this was. And you're not looking back. You're enjoying your existence, okay? And I feel like that's also part of this, is that maybe that was also underestimated. Maybe they thought that you would never leave or walk away. Maybe they always thought that they could play around and come back to you and you wouldn't know the difference. But again, like, they were wrong. They were really wrong. And now they're burdened by their choices and actions that they've taken against you. This energy literally forced you to walk away. So they forced their soulmate to walk away from them, from their own toxicity. All right. So again, like, you release the burdens of the past and you're focused on that bright light that's straight ahead in your future. And that's justice. Okay. Justice is playing out. All right. So, I mean, I feel like this is the full story here. And I hope this finds you guys. And, you know, there's some serious life lessons playing out for a lot of people. So just be aware of that. Understanding that, like, you may have gone through your pain and suffering and have been on that healing path and journey, and you've done work on yourself, and I want to commend you for that. But I also want to let you know that there are other energies that are just going through it. And again, there will be mass awakenings, as well as people going through a healing journey that have not done it yet. So I just want to make you aware that you might be picking up on that energy. And the best thing you can do for yourself when you're feeling that energy, because justice is playing out here, that you do what you can, one, to have compassion for yourself, okay? And to maintain strong boundaries with yourself and others. But to also understand that, like, it's also about the number 8, okay? 8 is very significant here. Recognizing people's limitations, okay? And sometimes they are unaware. And a lot of times experiences like this is how they become aware. All right, so just realize that, like, not everybody is, you know, experiencing things the same way you would or how you might have experienced it. So just have compassion. We're all human. We're all having a human experience. We're all learning through each other with relationships, and just know that, like, It's all for a greater purpose. And to be kind to yourself and other people first and foremost, and also do no harm. Okay, so be careful of the energy you put out, because it does come back. All right, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I love you. Bye now.